Hello, Highwing. Pretty bird horse. Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the story. But first, you should probably see what the menu here looks like. Looks like we're getting some Christmas decorations up. It seems like a bunch of stuff that we do in-game is reflected here in the Room of Requirement. So I assume if you are sitting here and you're like a Gryffindor, sir, good to see you. If you're a Gryffindor, then we had that flag will change, or that banner will change. If you have a different broomstick, then that will change. If you didn't do anything with the poison tentaculae or whatever, I don't think that will be there. Let's see, obviously we have our extension to our Room of Requirement where we keep our beasts. Now a lot more stuff is happening. I can play fetch. I can have I almost called him Nightwing. Highwing come through and demand our attention. Ooh, we have the telescope. The telescope we were gifted. I'm going to have to go back through some of the old videos when we were here on this screen to see what all has changed. Because I see models up there. Are there all those the creatures I've captured? So it looks like we're, I want to say, missing one on the bottom shelf, one on the middle shelf, and probably another big one. Well, yeah, obviously, because we have one more mount up on the top shelf. Not sure about the sword or the egg. What else is there here? Highwing, come through again. Come on. Character's just staring blankly at us like, come on, don't you want to play? Oh, and then up here, so I should say, these are the shelves I'm talking about. They have little models on them. Then we have Room of Requirement stuff. It looks like we got one more part to come out for that. I don't even know about over here. We have the egg down here, the broom, the sword, that plant, this telescope, this banner, I believe all changed depending on what you did in your playthrough and what season it is. Alright. Just a moment. Sorry about that. Who's new here? So in the last episode, Sebastian made a mistake. And he wants to claim that it was you know, spur of the moment type stuff. But you, like his uncle said, you don't just, you know, cast an unforgivable curse. You just learned out of instinct. So, I don't really know how to defend him. I know this unforgivable curse too. And I used another curse a couple episodes ago. But it's not in my... I'm not going to really use it anymore. Honestly, it's just... It felt stupid compared to everything else that we do. Especially stupid. I guess we could go talk with Poppy first. We could speak with Natty as well, but I want to do It's All Gobbledygook. Lodgok has asked me to meet him at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts and asked that I bring someone who speaks gobbledygook. So I need to speak with Amit, who gave me my telescope. We got to get him involved too, I guess. Get the whole school involved. Let's go. Now, where's Poppy? Have you seen Poppy? She's out here. Well, probably not right now. Let's run. Sometimes I feel like we spend too much time on the broom. Oh, you're out here at night. Well, I guess call me a liar.
Oh, good, you're safe.
Yes.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
Well, we did cost them everything, and good.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Great. That was on their list. Well, what's a Snidget?
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has
Like the
rotational
snitch.
wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Which we have learned. Can't believe they were just trying to catch a bird. I wonder how many of those birds... That's why they're extinct. That just dawned on me.
Why would snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Eyeballs, huh? Eyeballs and feathers. It's like feathers shed, but not all of them. Eyeballs don't grow back. Did the journey say where the snidgets were hidden?
Where exactly are these snidgets
Journal.
allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the snidgets protected at all costs.
Then we need to talk with the centaurs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Good, good. I really didn't want to do that now.
Protego! Lumos.
Fly me to the moon. She's gone. I can only go that far. All right, so jump over, climb over, do whatever you have to do. We need help. Outside the divination classroom. Every time. Up.
So So frustrating.
Oh no, it's a quest.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
Ooh.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Hold up. Is that snoring or is that slurping? Just kind of took away from what she was just saying.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time, it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
So, do you transform into a gazelle?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
If you were an animagus, which animal would you transform into? So it's, I guess, more of like a spirit animal, I guess, in a sense. I would transform into a harpy eagle. That guy over there. What a beautiful bird.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Hey, you're welcome, Maddie. Just be careful, okay? That was less careful than I would like. Who is slurping? Snoozing. Who? Which one of you? Most of these are animals, so I don't know where that came from. Alright. That was not a quest to do. To the astronomy classroom. Up. Up, up we go.
How are there so many lessons in herbology?
Dick. Pretty bird. Who's pretty bird? Are you pretty bird? You are a pretty bird.
Hello there.
Hello. What you looking at? The sun?
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
No.
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Would they be in gobbledygook?
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Let's go.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
I was going to say, it goes back to staring at the sun.
Protego!
Protego. Just fly out of here. Come on. Let me do it. Please, game.
Thank you for being willing to help me, Amit.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting your friend, Lodgok.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple love key terms first. So I will meet you there.
I wouldn't call Lodgok a friend. That's a mighty big stretch.
Protego!
No.
Lumos.
Can't believe I haven't done this one yet. Whee! Are you sick yet? All right. Drop this off and go meet Lodgok.
If someone wouldn't mind letting me know when the car comes.
Lodgok, Lodgok. What have you got for me? Let me go. These ghosts ever have anything to say? Like, that you can spark a conversation with them or something? Maddie, what are you smashing? He's got nothing to say. He'd have a speech bubble above his head if he did.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Why are we only learning all the boring potions?
Because the not boring potions tend to harm people. A lot. Let's go. All the way over here. And don't worry. We've been here. Yeah, don't worry. I didn't cut my hair. It's just tied up and it's put up here. It's a little hot. It's keeping the hair off the neck. Helps keep me cooler in these summer times. The summariest of times. Hello, Lodgok.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
The eye above the door.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Okay. That's why we couldn't get in before.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
What are Amit and I to do again?
Remain unseen to pass through the enchant.
Amit and I can do this.
I will...
Alright, bud. You need to learn how to speak gobbledygook now, because that was embarrassing. Mighty embarrassing.
Protego!
No. This is not Elden Ring.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Alright. I hope you're right about that. We need to be very, very quiet.
The door is looking at us.
Had I actually looked up at that, it probably would have been doing the same thing. So wasn't there a thing that was leading along the tracks? Felt like there was. The mind's eye.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Yes.
Clever.
Let us see what is in store for us here.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Revelio.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
See, they work on, they probably have to set that alight, but they are like the Dwemer in the Elder Scrolls series.
Steam powered, obviously.
Thank you, Amit.
Confringo.
We're freaking out. If they didn't know we were here, they do now.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
You know, you don't have to yell like that while we're invisible. Is that in both of them?
Revelio.
No? Should have known better. My gear.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
I mean, it's really cool. I appreciate the field trip. But please, can you be a little bit more serious?
How nice of you to stop by.
Who stopped by? They are here.
We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Follow my lead.
Revelio.
We cannot be spotted.
Watch your step round here. Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right.
We're being watched. By a door.
We're being watched by the door, and by us.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
It's not like I'm exploding goblins all over the place like I was in the last
won't
episode.
Get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
You tricky bastard door.
I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
Oh my god, stop with the hand holding. We're how many hours into this game? You don't need to do that anymore. If you can't figure it out, that's on you. Where's this one? Ow. Hit in the face by a door. At least it doesn't whine when it opens like it's a dog. That went out. Out here. Nobody's here. It's like all of my stuff is very loud. Alright, so let's continue through the mine here.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
I love...
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
Doing a nice mushroom stew about now.
I love reading. Good job of me. Where'd you go? Oh fuck, where'd you go? There you are. Very invisible. And mushroom tea is a tea. It's an actual tea. As I've learned in like the last week or so. They're up there, second floor. Let's take all their money before we search this scroll. That'll lead me right to them.
A schematic? They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Sound determined. Welcome to the crew, Amit.
Revenue.
You'll fit in just fine. Just don't know if there's going to be anything special up here, so let's get up here.
Revenue.
Money, money, money.
ready to fight.
Get in here. Oh, got them both. Got them both. But what do we call that when we get them both? That's right. We call it. The fuck was that? I touched it. Alright, now all you games who have double kills in there, change what is said to what I just said. But no, we call it a double kill.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Empty-headed? Sorry. Just looks like cursive. So if we find something down here that we can take, we're not going to take it? Said thing? Hamid, you be the brains of the operation here. I will be the brawn. It's a nice sensation there. Closer you get to this guy, I feel that hammer hitting the anvil. Though, why are you hitting the anvil? It shouldn't. There's nothing on there to hit. Why are you just smacking it?
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
A weapon.
Revelio.
We're going to call this Hitman 4. It's a Hogwarts saga. Except that I don't have just one target, I have multiple targets to take out. Doesn't really seem like some of these guys are even looking in a particular direction.
Hello?
No, they don't see me. Ow.
Meant for me? See that? This'll be a laugh. I've been fighting since before you were born. Pity, not right. Put me down! You are postponing it! Was that just it? Kill spells glance off of me. A miss!
Damn.
This way.
Yeah.
Much too slow, easily diverted. That was meant for me.
This feeling is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Yep. Level 30 wizard. That calls for a celebration. Level 30. It's trying to close, but it can't. What happened to the other part of the door? Get that steam going.
I
Going
wonder
in
if the
there.
boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Not doing anything. And now it is. And the pressure gauge is more normal. The needle is pushing. It was pushing.
Revelio.
We need to go upstairs. We need to
Another
read this.
schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
You can even see the pins in the door try to move around in desperation. They're trying to keep it shut. This door is locked. This way is the way in. At least I hope so.
Revelio.
No more up here. It's just a weird way to lock your door, that's all. here. There's a door that's always open.
Revelio.
More on the other side.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
If we are seen, we must destroy those who have seen us to remain anonymous. But they probably know who's been killing all the goblins at this point.
Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if
Oh,
we're not careful.
fuck me.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Yeah, I never see that shit.
Revelio.
Is that it in here? Yes. Okay.
Confringo.
Yes, of course.
No, Roland's gonna do the same thing.
Revelio.
Get me out of my comfort zone.
It's Totalis.
If you're whistling, please stop. You didn't feel me just like hands on your shoulder?
Revelio.
This place is cool though. I'm gonna be perched up here like the bird that I am. Because I am Birdman.
Give for a cup of mushroom tea.
It's Totalis.
Got him.
What was that? Enjoy suffering, do you?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll eat.
Did you touch a barrel? Because that's what happened to me. Their hammers are always going. So, ooh, where does this go? Right back to where we were. Where we haven't gone is down there. Through the door. You ain't gotta look at me like that. It's not that cool. So if I touch this barrel. Nothing happened that time.
I'll be quiet.
Unlike when we first got in here. There's no pressure, so we can't do anything with it. I just thought that we could preemptively do it. My gear slots are full. I don't want it if it's green, and I don't think that selling them or selling them in my shop is going to yield me any more coins than 60. Plus, I pride myself on having good stuff in my shop inventory, so.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Too late, right? That's huge. Stop burrowing in the earth. Can't handle it.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
We're gonna have a boss fight. I bet. We don't just get to come in here, kill a bunch of goblins and leave.
Revenue.
That would be insane.
Alohomora.
Thankfully it wasn't a Alohomora 3. Cabinets.
Revelio.
That's it for here.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Why did you have to go ahead and say that? Is that the lift? Or... no, we need to go out here. This is the exit.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
Yes, of course. I thought it was going to be way more dangerous in there. What did you think?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Alright, so the building drills for what reason? To get to the metal needed for goblin metal to take control of dragons?
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
That was damn good voice acting. Five? Sure, why not 5? Damn good voice acting. I'm genuinely concerned for you, Lodbok. Why is that windmill traveling at 15 frames a second? It's gonna hang out here? Cool. I was wondering what all this was. So that's me going around, looking at shit, then being like, oh, I can't get in here. And then I get to get in here another time. But I don't have to fight all the goblins that were here. So they don't respawn, huh? Now what? Sebastian, we'll have to do your stuff later this week. Room of requirement. Fall upon Mandrake. How could I be full? Nope. Stop. Let's go see our friends. I don't know what to name you, little guy. Thestral hairs. If you guys are bored, what should I give them? A boogie ball? Ball of bones. It's a lot of bones. Play with the little one. Okay. I remember when I got dressed up in the most ridiculous shit in the second episode. How far we've come since then. Wow, more Lodgok stuff, huh? These look just like that. Yes. We're gonna be cool. No. Let's show some team pride. Go team! Though we are going to lose our competition at the end of the term. Beating a curse.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine.
I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
Beats by Dre, right?
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
I don't want my feet to become Beats by Dre.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task.
Right.
You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family is indebted to you.
If my feet turned into Beats by Dre, a giant could wear them in their ears. A giant. Well, alright. I think this is where we are going to leave today's episode here. And we will have another one here at the end of the week. I want to say like Thursday. Just trying to spread them out, you know. I didn't want to keep doing more episodes throughout the week. Clearly that was costing me my health. So, not doing that. Just going to do 2 episodes of Hogwarts a week, and then the one of Final Fantasy, and then the live streams on Sunday if you want to come check that out. I'll be doing more different games here pretty soon, but I did want to go one more time into Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, at least one more time. If you haven't played Elden Ring, if you refuse to play Elden Ring, if you are intrigued by Elden Ring but aren't willing to put yourself through what we players of From Software games go through, please just come in, chat, hang out, in the live stream on Sundays. We have a really good time in there. You can watch me die and die again. But I just find that world to be absolutely fascinating and, you know, gorgeous to look at. Grotesque as well. So come in, check it out, see what you're missing. You know, I'm not saying that you're going to play the game after that, but I don't know. I think that mainly my goal is to get people to play games. Maybe games they never really thought about playing. Like that Jade Empire game I have on the channel. What a good one. That was good. But alright, we learned a lot about the goblins today. Not to go off on that random tangent, but we learned a lot about the goblins. They're creating drills. They're looking for repositories of this ancient magic that Ranrock knows about. But I feel like it's changing them. And I also believe, and I could be proven completely wrong at this point, but the witch who was taking away people's pain, she had to deposit that, like a ghost in Ghostbusters, into a containment container. If she did that enough, then she would need bigger containers or reservoirs to keep all that pain. Is that, and don't answer me honestly on this one, but I believe that is Ranrock's power, and that's what's corrupting them or whatever. So they're looking for it.
You really showed that troll what's what, didn't you? Never thought I'd witness Sebastian lose a duel.
Episode 2, and then episode 1 also for the duel part, I believe anyway. Was the duel in episode 1 or episode 2? Because that was in the classroom, right? Is that what he's talking about? Anyway, doesn't matter. Talk about any of the other things I've done in this game so far, please. Alright. Well, I'm looking forward to our next episode. Poppy's going to get back with us about where we can find some birds and possibly keep them from extinction. And then we got Sebastian's stuff to do. And then I guess we'll see what happens with Natty. She should be sending us an owl here later, and so should Lodbok. We are marching here towards something in Hogwarts Legacy. So again, thank you humans so much for watching. Check out these 2 playlists. These are going to be, well, you know, I have updated the first impressions playlist, and then over here I'm going to have something else here. So I don't know what it is. It's all going to be based on what YouTube thinks you're going to want to see. So with that said, I'll see you Starside. Take care.